welcome to the Board of Damocles. I'm your host, Jim Buchanan, and today I'm going to do an Ahkh stack unboxing. So, as you can see, there's a pretty good-sized stack of Ahkh here, and this is pretty great. I'm looking forward to this. I think this is going to be a lot of fun. I've been waiting to get this game for quite a while. I will tell you that we did play it online during the pandemic when we were in lockdown mode, right? Or just not getting together. Not entirely lockdown, I suppose, but either way, we did play it. I loved it. I like it quite a bit. Not sure if I like it as much as Rising Sun and Blood Rage. I've only played it the one time, so really can't tell you that yet. But there's a ton of stuff here that we didn't get to play with online too. So really looking forward to that. Really looking forward to opening up all of these goodies, and hey, let's get right to it. Okay, all right. So let's start with, I guess let's start with the mat here, right? So we've got a kind of double-sided player mat here, neoprene mat. I went all in on this game, and not sorry I did. I have a feeling the board is going to be a little bit smaller than this, and with these extra spaces on the side, I think this is going to be good. From the one digital play we had, it seemed like this could get really crowded pretty easily. But there you go. There's the two sides of it, with a couple of different things there. I think that's your main differences here. Your Guardians events, the actions, devotion here, with the 1, 2, 3, 4 different sections there. The Chamber of Law, War Room, Court of Civil Affairs, and the Throne Room here for a kind of different thing. So let me put it back down on this side. Yeah, so just to kind of give you an idea of the political deck here. So either way, really cool. Definitely like having this quite a bit. So cool. Okay, well let's get this one out of the way here and set it off to the side. So that's the first thing that we got. I got that first. I think most of you that are getting this game or have not gotten your game maybe and are looking for it, that is that was the first thing you got was the mat, the neoprene mat. So all right, so this is the main box for Ahkh here. So let me zoom in a little bit there. So you can see that. Okay, so yeah, this is the main box, right? Such a cool cover. I do really love that. I think that looks fantastic. So CMON Games always does a really great job. This is 2 to 5 players, 14 plus, sure, 90 minutes. Somehow I doubt it, but either way, let's go ahead and get this one started. Let's open this up. Let's do that. All right. Okay, so take control of one of the legendary gods of Egypt, each with unique game-changing powers, and lead your devotees in an epic conflict for eternal life. Yeah, that sounds like fun. All right, let's do it. Okay, so let's open this up. Let's see what we've got there. So yeah, Eric Lang, art by Adrian Smith. Yeah, can't go wrong there. All right. Cool. Rule book. Looks pretty good. I do love it when they give you a good looking picture of the different minis that you've got in the box and the different things, right? Game board, devotion dashboard, central dashboard. I mean, all the stuff that you've got on that player mat we just looked at, as well as those things there. Nice. That's not bad. I mean, it's good print size and everything else. The quality feels good. It's a, you can probably hear my fingers running across it. It's a mid-weight paper. This isn't bad. It's pretty good. It's not overly glossy. I've got some lights shining in here. I've got a window open over on that side. that's not too bad. This looks like it'll be pretty easy to read. So great. And that's not, and it's, it doesn't have a texture like Wingspan or Tapestry does, but it's good. I do like it. I think the cover seemed a little bit more glossy than, say, the inside, which is fine. Although the inside does have a little bit of that too, but that's okay. This is good. Yeah, and the explanations of the cards, the powers. I do like the croc. That's pretty awesome. So anyway, all right. Okay, and then we've got some scenarios here. So the Gods of Egypt scenarios, the Middle Kingdom, Delta's Bounty. So you can use these different scenarios when you set up the game. It gives you different setup and that kind of thing, so you should use them for that. And it tells you, hey, this is good for 2 to 5, 2 to 5. 2 players, you play the Great Flood. 2 to 3 players, you can play 2 capitals. 5 players, you can play the Syncretism. So anyway, there's just some different ones. There's options for all of it. That's pretty cool. I love that they've told you, hey, this is how you set this one up. And at the bottom, it'll tell you, here what it's good for too. This is pretty cool. And they've got the legend on each one of these. You're not having to flip back and forth. That is well done. That's good layout. I like that. Okay, and this is probably our shrink-wrapped version of the of all the punch-outs and everything that we'll get to. I'm going to leave this shrink-wrapped for right now. Who knows if it's the game board and some of the punch-outs that get replaced by some of the Kickstarter content. This may stay in the shrink-wrap. We'll see. All right, well, let's pull this one open. This is the... And they're advertising that QR code quite a bit to get you some free CMON content, right? Okay, so let's do this. Maybe it'll come out a little easier. That is in there pretty tight. I'm trying not to stress the box too much, because I don't want to pop the corners. Okay, all right. Slide that back in there. Okay. Merged with Amun. Okay, so these are the merge cards. This has gotten a lot of good and bad publicity, let's say, which is, towards the end of the game, you have the merge where the person with the lowest points will merge with the next lowest person, and they play together for the rest of the game. And there's a trigger for that, which is really cool. I like the idea. We liked it when we played it. It's very different, so that's pretty cool. I do like that. Cat Mummy. If your cat mummy is killed, all other players lose 1 devotion. Nice. All right. So Isis. Yep, Cycle of Ma'at. Some cool cards here. So let's see if we can pop these open. Okay. Card quality is not bad. It's not the best. But they're not bad. They've got a good finish on them. The art is good. I like the art. I loved the graphic design. The important points are big and easy to read. That's good. There is some text on here that's rather small. I can read it. I usually use cheaters when we play games because I'm getting older. But otherwise, I think these are pretty good. Yeah. So these are the cards that go with each of the gods. So Isis, right? Osiris, Ra, Anubis, and Amun. So you've got the different ones there. That's cool. But like I said, they're fine. These are good for what they are. I do like them. Stick those back in there. And then let's open these up. And then we will open up the different faction mats as well. All right. Cool. So, all right. Cat Mummy, Satet, a Mummy, Apep. Apep is the, as you can see, is the Killer Croc, Giant Scorpion, the Androsphinx, and then you've got some actions. So these are the kind of player aids with your battle steps and the actions that you do on your turn. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, 1 for each one. Very nice. Not bad. Okay, let's open up. These look like these are the player boards with your different Ahkh powers and the different things that you can do that you fill in and you plus that. Yeah, like I said, we played it the one time. It's been several months, but I liked it. I thought it was a lot of fun. Again, it's probably not as, it's a different kind of game than Rising Sun, but I did like it. I did think it was really fun. Whereas I feel like I don't really want to play Rising Sun unless we have 5 players. I don't like it with 6. I like it with 5. I love that one person is left out of the alliance. If people, choose to ally themselves, I like that, which I realize is odd, but I do anyway. All right, so Amun. All right, so you've got the different things here. Okay, for them, and then you've got Anubis, Ra, Osiris, and Isis. So, yep, one for each one. Very cool. Those look good, and they've got a place to go in there. And there's an extra space for some more cards, which is fine. So here is where the minis are going to go, and I do like that they give you the, hey, here's how this box goes in. So, yeah, this one goes here, this one goes there. That's pretty cool. I like that. I love it when they do that. Okay, all right, this should look very familiar to those of you who, if you've got Rising Sun, this should look really familiar for how these are laid out, where each of these vacuum formed spaces is for a particular type, right? And you kind of have to guess a little bit at where they go. I'll do some closer up things here real quick. Yeah. The detail on that looks pretty good. I'll do some more pictures here in a second. So, where some of these look really great. So that blue probably is Isis. Let's go ahead and get those back out and take a look. So, and then we've got Osiris. Yeah, so, okay. Ra. Anubis in the purple. And Amun with the red. Okay, here we go. So we've got, and here's our, these are the scorpions. Those feel heavy. Those feel good. I like it. Very nice. And then the actual gods themselves, which, holy moly, these look ridiculously good. These are outstanding. So much better than you usually get, I think, in a board game with miniatures. Even the CMON stuff, this is really good. These look outstanding. These are, they're a little thin here, and that's okay. But that staff is straight, and some of that probably is the packing and everything, and I get that. That's an interesting thing to note, that you've got. You've got these here for Isis, and the miniature for Isis has the spear kind of coming down here, and that Amun is going to go on top of Isis. Okay. Again, look at some of that detail. It is so sharp. Really, really good. And the kind of tattered aspect of this robe, yeah, that's really sharp. Really, really good. Okay, well that's the main box. Again, we've got cat mummies and you name it. The Androsphinx, you've got a couple of those. You've got a couple of the Aphets, Ahkh, and yeah, those look really, really good. Very cool. Put that back in there like that. Set this back on top just like that, which is what that graphic is telling you to do. Put this on top of this one, stick them back here in the box. So, very cool. Let's get to another box. Okay, well, so next thing let's open up is the Tomb of Wonders. Again, art on the front looks pretty great, so let's open this one up. Okay, and this has Sobek and Ta. Ta is kind of a minotaur sort of thing, and Sobek is a crocodile kind of thing. Wow, okay. And it's got a whole bunch of other things. It's got Ta warriors and priests, and Sobek priests and warriors, and then we've got Serket, a Pharaoh mummy, Bobby, Kepri, or Bobby, or no, Bobby, Medjed, Wajet, Petsukos, and if I'm saying these wrong, I apologize. Griffin, hey, yay, okay. Heka, Anut, Tabaret, Nechibat, Nechbet, and Benu, and Bez, I think so. All right, well, let's open this one up and see kind of what this looks like here. So, contents in here, 54 plastic miniatures, 130 tokens, bases, Ankh tokens, god dashboards, merged god dashboards. So it's more stuff, kind of like what we just looked at, but yeah, more. So 2 more playables, as well as some more things to fight against, and yeah, supporting stuff, right? So I imagine it's going to look very similar. Okay, Tomb of Wonders again. We've got some stuff here. Guardians of Mankind, Gods of Egypt, Petsukos. Okay, that's how you summon Petsukos. Well, cool. Different rules on adjacency, that kind of thing. Fantastic. Let's see, this one came out a little easier. Okay, cool. All right. Now with this one, this is a different board. Will probably get pulled out because I think it may be, we'll have to look and see if it's different than the one that's included in the mat. But I'll definitely need to get this out, the merged board and some of the other things. My guess is these are going to be included. They were in the other one as far as some of the plastic. Got devotion board here that changes a little bit. Same cards, the Nekabit card, and Petsukos. And I imagine there's some aids in here too, potentially. So let's take a look. And then Sobek. Yep, the player cards, the deck. So here. Okay, let's see what else we've got. And now that I've jumbled it all up, there we go. But they do fit back in pretty easily, so cool. All right, so got the pyramids here. And the buildings there. So you've got some obelisks here. They all fit within. They look pretty good. Nice. Good solid hard plastic. Those look really good. Those have a nice, yeah, you can kind of see how they've got that foil, that gold foil on the edge. Those look really good. The interior piece here looks good as well. All right. Some plastic tokens. Again, I mentioned, hey, you've got the plastic Ankh symbols there. And some more supporting stuff for that expansion. It looks good. Same thing here. Yeah, fantastic. Okay, and then you've got your bases. Very cool. All right, well, let's take a look at these minis. Same thing here, 2 layers. With pictures of all of them and where they go. Okay, so important to note, I think they learned from Rising Sun, right? And this was on the other one too. This is where everybody goes, with names. That's pretty great. There you go. I love it. That's awesome. So even if you didn't want to, there's a reason to save this box. Of course, if you really just can't stand the idea of saving the box and you want to just cut this out, you could do that too. Okay, you've got the different warriors, the different groups. Wow, look at that. Again, really good detail on these. Very happy with that. Good weight, good quality to them. I mean, they do feel heftier than some of the others, although Rising Suns felt like this too. And it's almost like a jackalope. That looks really good. All right. Very cool. Okay, let's get here to some of those monsters. Oh, wow. Look at that one. with the followers riding on the back. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Wow. Same. Looks really outstanding. And there's kind of your pedestal there. Very cool. All right. Well, that is the Tomb of Wonders box. I guess I should point out some of the other monsters there. So there's the Bobby miniature. It's more like a baboon. There's a couple of those. There's your war hippo wearing a crocodile skin suit. Yeah. Wow, that is super cool and looks just menacing. Yeah, those look really good. Very nice. Okay. All right, well, that is the Tomb of Wonders. Let's move on to the Pantheon. All right, here it comes. There's the Pantheon. This is a little bit of a different look. Ankh, Gods of Egypt, again. Of course, it looks, that's a really good looking cover. I like the blue with this gold. It looks very regal. It brings out that whole, kind of overlord god mentality, I think. Just that color combination. For me, that looks really great. This expansion introduces a whole new set of 5 Egyptian gods, each bringing their own abilities and warriors to the fight against Oblivion. The introduction of each new god into the game not only gives new options to the player who controls them, but also changes the landscape for everyone on the table. New strategies and dynamics arise as different mixes of gods are pitted against each other, and the Pantheon expansion increases these combinations exponentially. Obviously, I was reading that. So in this box, 35 plastic miniatures. We've got 5 gods, 30 warriors, 20 plastic bases, 5 plastic Ankh tokens, 75 Ankh tokens, 3 Bastet cat tokens, 2 Eye of Horus tokens, 5 god dashboards, 5 merged god dashboards. So basically 5 new player options here. So let's crank this open and see. Okay. Again, just kind of what do the rules look like when playing with Bastet, Hathor, Thoth, or Horus, or Set. Okay, cool. Punch outs. This feels pretty standard, pretty quality board game standard. Not exceptional, not Eagle Griffin Games, but at the same time not not really cheap either. So these are the player mats and boards, no different than the others. The merged boards or dashboards. Again, these are player cards for each of the 5 bases and the Ankh plastic sets there. Take that top piece off there. Okay. This is probably, I'll say that I think this may be the most intricate and detailed of the minis because it's got all of these individual feathers on it, as well as the different textures and things here. Let me see if I can get it so that you can see it. Here you can see right there, and that's why you can see the muscles of the body there kind of showing off. There's details in the folds and things like that, as well as the armor or just the scaling, the feathers again on the legs. It's so much detail. This is truly an extraordinarily impressive miniature. I think certainly for board game quality, or just in a board game, I should say, this is really outstanding. I like this one a lot. This makes me want to play with this one. It looks so good. Okay, also looks really good. There we go. Okay. Oh. See, you got to pay attention to how they come out, don't you? And this one, you may want to take that picture of, because if you notice, it didn't come with the brown box that has pictures on the back of how everything goes back in and what goes where. So definitely take a look at taking a picture here. So, that Cobra, look at that. That looks pretty great. Yeah, those look good too. Okay. That one wanted to slide down a little. All of those, the priests, the warriors, those look really good. Okay. Nice. All right, so let's put these back. And I do like how when they go on, they have these indentions here to try to keep everything where it's supposed to go so it doesn't rattle around too much. I think that's a really good feature. And it looks like there's room for more cards and more things here. I'm not going to speculate and say, oh, there might be more coming or anything like that. I don't think there will be, but who knows, right? Okay, well now let's get to the Pharaoh expansion. Well, now if that isn't a menacing looking cover, I don't know what is. So, all right, let's open up the Pharaoh expansion for Ahkh. So this expansion supports the gods contained in the Pantheon expansion. Okay, good to note. All right. Okay, so the Pharaoh expansion adds a whole new layer to the divine conflict in Ahkh, gods of Egypt. The players controlling the gods will need to send their priests to exert influence in the different offices of the royal palace. Political power can be a game changer, even in the struggle between deities, and having the Pharaoh on your side may be the difference between eternity and oblivion. The 5 historical pharaohs you can choose change the game in significant ways. They add new rules and objectives. They're also going to introduce the sphinxes as a special monument that you can control. So each offering a riddle that'll help those who honor them. All right, so cool. Let's open this up and take a look at it. Let's see what all is in. Okay, so there's your sphinxes, right? Some punch outs. Rules for adding all of this in there. Additional setup rules. Man, there's so much stuff with this game. Golden Pharaoh, Anubis priest, Amun priest. So you've got different components. Again, it adds to it. So this is cool. All right. So this is where you get the Chamber of Law, the War Room. So when you play with this expansion, that's when you flip that mat over to get those other things. Ooh, look at that. Doesn't he look fancy? Okay, I'm not going to open this one other than you've got the Amenhotep and your political card sphinxes. You've got some new cards and things in this too. I'm not going to open this one, but those do look good. Everything here, again, you've got 3 extras for, let me pull that back up. It is 31 plastic miniatures, 1 Pharaoh, which is that gold awesome right there. Looks really good. 30 priests. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 factions, right? And you've got 3 priests for each one, which is what we've opened up so far. Okay, and then you've got one palace dashboard, 5 sphinxes. Here's your palace dashboard. Okay, 5 sphinx tokens. There we go. Right there at the top and on the side there. And then you've got 4 Pharaoh tokens. That's those right there. You got 1 Pharaoh death token. I'm guessing that's it right here. You've got cards and that kind of thing. You've got some political cards that are all in that there. Looks nice though. Looks really good. Just to get you a little better look there. He is super glinty, isn't he? Nice. Okay. Let's look at the Guardians set now. In this one, we're going to have 11 Guardian plastic miniatures, and we're going to have 5 Guardian cards and 1 rules leaflet. So this expansion introduces a new set of Guardians ready to join the gods in their quest. Okay, let's see what this looks like then. All right, we get Mofdet, Amit, Shezmu, Pazuzu, and Ahkh. Okay. All right, looks like Pazuzu here. And this one is the Shezmu, I think. And we've got Ahkh here, which is kind of like a jackal with some like snakes coming out of it. Yeah, it's kind of crazy looking, right? You know, and here we go. Amit is the giant crocodile lion combo with dead skulls embedded in its fur. Yeah, Mofdet is kind of a cat person sort of thing. Anyway, very cool. All right. Also looks good. Okay. Got one more box, and then we've got a few extra little things to look at that were kind of in there too. This is a rather than the dashboard being a just a quick, you know, paper sort of thing. This is more of a card with a little bit of kind of a gold foil kind of thing to it. And so this replaces that. We've got some Pantheon extras here, a couple little things, and then we'll get to that last little box. And these are some tokens, a couple of stickers there, but some eye tokens, right? And then we've got some little cats. Okay, looks pretty good. Find a home for those in the expansion box. Got some Pharaoh extras here. These are the, rather than punch out the Sphinxes, you get Sphinxes, right? Pretty cool. Okay, very nice. I'm assuming that's what all of those are. It says Pharaoh extras Sphinxes, so let's go with yes. That's what all of those are. All right, so the Divine Offerings is 12 cardboard god dashboards, 12 cardboard merged god dashboards, and 180 plastic Ankh tokens. So remember when I said I didn't want to punch that stuff out? This is why. So this replaces all of that. This replaces all of those dashboards that were kind of the paper dashboards too. So let's open this up and take a look at them. If they are shrink wrapped, I'll pop those open too, because I will be using these. This just replaces the cardboard, or not the cardboard, but excuse me, replaces, well, in some cases, yes, the cardboard. It replaces the cardboard tokens in a lot of these. It replaces, yeah. So there you go. You've got the plastic tokens for each of the colors here. Okay, pull this open, and now you've got all of those merged ones, and this, you can hear that. That is much, much better. So Amun, Anubis, Ra, Osiris, Isis, Thoth, Horus, Hathor, Bastet, Set, Ta, Sobek. So, right? With the different colors there. 12 different ones. Cool. Evidently I can't count. So let's go with that. All right. And then you've got cardboard versions of those too. And those will punch out so that your tokens go in. Very cool. I like it. Nice. I will punch those later. And that is the extent of the box. All of those. How cool is that though, huh? Very nice. Okay, well that brings us to the close of this one, right? That has been an unboxing of the stack of Ankh goodies. All right, that is very cool. So if you liked this and you want me to keep doing this stuff, then hey, tell me you like it. If you don't want me to keep doing it, I'm sorry. I enjoy it. It's fun. I appreciate you watching. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. I appreciate that too. Again, this is just for fun for me. So enjoy it. Thank you very much.